So one of the issues that local councils are screaming out for money on is on special educational needs. The Chairman's already highlighted we fear more Section 114s are on their way, but we as MPs hear from parents all the time of the poor quality SEND services out there. They just don't feel they're getting a fair deal for their child. And with the white paper on its way, that's obviously a cross-departmental paper, can you assure the committee that councils will be properly funded for the SEND services they need to deliver and that no SEND child will lose out as a result?
Well, we're absolutely clear that the legal right for additional support is absolutely the right thing to do, and that SEND children need that support. And as somebody who's been through that system very recently, I understand what the holy grail of the HCP plan, even though it has its limitations. I understand why parents are really concerned, even though that doesn't still deliver what parents want for their children. I understand why there is concern about that. We have to make sure that children with special educational needs and disability have the support in place, and we will absolutely make sure that that white paper is about ensuring that we get that. Huge sums of money is going in to SEND, but the outcomes are not getting better. So something has to change, and what we're trying to do is to collaborate to find what is working, what isn't working, and how do we make the system work better. So the DFE have been working really closely with the Department for Health, because again, that's the synergy, even though you might have an EHCP plan, the synergy of that and accessing services isn't as joined up. So we're working across government to how we can have better outcomes for those children and to guarantee them the support that they need at the moment. And that support, unfortunately, isn't always there now. You have to wait years just to get an identity of a challenge, and that's way too long for children and young people. If their needs are not being met in the earliest stage, then that has worse outcomes for them for their whole life, and therefore we have to fix the system and get people in the system in a way that delivers for those young people, and we're really clear on that as a government. And the system is broken. As I said, MPs from across the House mention this to the Prime Minister every single week, and we're determined to get this right, because these are vulnerable children who deserve better, and we deserve more value for money, because we're putting more money than ever in there and the outcomes are not getting better for those young people, and we have a duty to make sure that they're looked after and supported throughout life.
Thank you, Deputy Minister. I actually agreed with what you said, but you didn't fully answer my question, so I want to push, if that's okay. EHCPs, you said there'll still be a legal right to EHCPs, which I thought was great, but you didn't say that no SEND child wouldn't lose out, and you certainly didn't comment on actually councils would be properly financed to deliver the services we want them to do. Can you answer the two final questions, please?
I mean, I think the challenge we've given you a carte blanche, yes, is that the system at the moment doesn't support those children. I would argue that the system at the moment, if you can't get an EHCP or it takes you 7 years to get one, there's many children at the moment that are not getting the support they need. So my hesitation is not to try and say those with an EHC plan will not get the support that they need. Now, they clearly will, but there is a whole group of young people who are not getting the support that they need, and that's my honest hesitation to you. You know me, I'm a straight talking politician. It's not that I'm saying, oh, we're going to hold off. Actually, we need to do much more. Now, that could be around early intervention, the work that we've this week announced around the new hubs, family hubs, about making sure we identify need early on and that we're providing that support for children and families throughout the whole of the child's life. So those that are on EHCP at the moment, of course, there will always be a legal right for their additional support, but I think there's a category of children and young people that are outside of that programme at the moment whose parents are despairing because there is a child that is in need but that need isn't being met, and that's why we've got to reform the system to pick it up earlier and to deliver for around those young people's needs. So that's my hesitation. I'm not trying to hoodwink you on yes, no. It's just that it's a more complex picture than just children with EHCP, for example.